We are in Osaka, the street food capital of Japan. And in this video, we are starting at the famous Dotonbori Street with at least 4 different types of takoyaki. Then we try some gyoza dumplings. After we go for the Wagyu beef skewer, then we try Kushikatsu, beautiful and crispy. Then it's all in at the Yakiniku, the local Japanese barbecue. Beautiful beef cuts, short and long ribs, Wagyu style. Next day it's Japanese French toast time, and we enjoy this unique fried bread. We finish everything with another highlight, the incredible Osaka Okonomiyaki, the savory pancake and egg rolls. Delicious and made fresh in front of you. So, let's begin. We are in the famous Dotonbori Street, the Osaka's street food haven. The street itself is huge, quite wide. There's plenty of foods on both sides. There's some huge supermarkets, smaller and bigger shops, many restaurants, street food vendors, but it's kind of more controlled, more polite than when you go to street food areas around Southeast Asia. Italians invented brioche with gelato, the soft bread with the ice cream, but Japanese of course had to bring it to the next level, and this place offers some local bread with ice cream, and this is just a huge chunk of ice cream going into this bread bun. Conveyor belt sushi restaurant inside, and then bluefin tuna for display outside, and also some sushi here in this fridge for takeaway. One variety box. We decided to start with some takoyaki, and we went to this shop which is specialized in only takoyaki, and they're quite quick. The line looks big at first, but it really goes quick. They have these 3 huge molds spinning takoyaki all the time, making them and baking them fresh. And we got several different options. We paid cash at the register, and now we are waiting in this second queue here for our takoyaki to get ready. Once they are nice, hot and fresh, we're gonna get some seating inside and enjoy them. Takoyaki is a proper street food of Osaka, invented here in this city in the 1930s, and since then it has taken over the Japan and world. Let's start with the classic one. Steaming hot and smelling absolutely delicious. Hands down, this is the best takoyaki that we ever ate, and obviously it had to happen in Osaka. Inside is so mellow, quite gooey, crunchy on the outside. That octopus is nice, soft and tasty. This is absolutely perfect takoyaki. The obvious next choice for me will be this takoyaki with a red and probably spicy sauce. That was another beautiful takoyaki with some mayonnaise-based spicy sauce, just mildly spicy, but very delicious. The next one is this, topped with soy sauce and some mayonnaise. Incredible tasting, perfectly tasty and hot. That soy sauce really gives a lot of umami to that takoyaki. But let's go with this one surrounded with scallions. And what I like about these takoyakis is their skin. It's so perfectly golden brown, soft but also crunchy. Let's go. The inside is so beautiful, gooey, almost liquid. It has some kind of cheese taste, but I'm not sure if it's cheese or something else. It's really extraordinary. But let's go with the last type from this variety plate. The last one had this very strong taste like what you get from coriander in Vietnamese pho soup and similar soups and broths. Again, very delicious. Great and delicious stop at this takoyaki place, but of course we need to continue with trying some more street foods here in Dotonbori. Of course, we had to stop for some gyoza dumplings, and this place specializes in different types of dumplings. Gyoza are only 350 yen, so I think this is a bargain if they taste well. Let's see. Freshly made, very hot, nice and tasty. Not the best gyoza dumplings that we tried, but still good enough, and especially for this price. Even the street food is quite organized in Japan. Here you can get your chopsticks, and here this is a huge plastic bag to discard the box once you eat your gyoza. We had to go with the flow and order Wagyu beef skewer. We went for the cheaper one, 2,000 yen. This is roughly around $11, a little bit more for one skewer. But don't forget, this is the prized Wagyu beef. This girl is quite skilled. She's grilling it on that griddle, and then she's pressing it with a spatula just in the middle so it gets evenly grilled. And the smell coming from there is amazing as well. Once it's ready, you can choose soy sauce, pepper, or just salt. I will go with a pink salt. I think for a perfect meat, that's enough. Let's add a little bit of salt on it, and I think it's ready. The juice is coming out of this meat, so it means it was properly grilled. You can see how pinkish those sides are. It's full of that tasty fat. That outside fatty marble is obvious once you start eating it. I never tried this soft, this juicy, and this fatty beef before, but this is a true delicacy. Absolutely soft. You barely need to chew it. Fatty, juicy, and delicious. Some more sushi, of course, but also some steamed buns. We chose this almost hidden spot just below the stairs of the bridge for our Kushikatsu experience, and it has nice seating outside. Everything is quite simple. It kind of has that domestic feeling about it. And we made our order. We ordered Dotonbori set. We ordered a couple of small fried items as well, and our drinks. Now we're gonna wait for all these delicious foods to get ready. Our Kushikatsu skewers are getting battered, dipped into this coarse flour or maybe semolina, and then fried. It's a really quick and interesting process to see, and they're getting deep fried into this bubbling oil. Now they're getting dried, and after them the prawn skewers are getting ready as well. Everything is served in these small metal plates with grills so they can drain the extra oil, and soon enough they're gonna end on our table.
Beef sauce, beef, pork, chicken, shrimp, egg. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Here they are, the famous local Kushikatsu, invented in around 1925 in Osaka as well. No wonder this city is dubbed the street food capital of Japan. Most of these street foods are invented here. They look and smell delicious. There's a huge metal container with a communal sauce, so double dipping is not allowed. If you need more sauce, you can use the cabbage leaves. Cabbage is also here to help you scoop up more sauce if you need it, but also eating it fresh will help you digest these fats from these skewers. Enough talk, let's start. So of course we got Dotonbori set, which involves 10 of these skewers, and we got 2 beef, 2 pork, 2 chicken, 2 prawn, and 2 with 3 quail eggs each. Let's start with the beef one. What a great first skewer. This beef inside is so tasty, nice, tender, juicy. Very nice crunchy skin on the outside, and that sauce gives that savory taste to it. Let's add some more sauce onto it, but using the cabbage leaf. The beef skewer was so good, but now let's go with this pork one, again dipped in the communal sauce. Nothing beats first class pork skewer as this one here. Again, the sauce improves that savory taste of it. The pork is nice, juicy, has that recognizable taste, and again crunchy on the outside. Very, very tasty. Properly dipped chicken kushikatsu is next. Very nice and tasty chicken skewer as well. But if you ask me, that beef and pork, they were much better. Pork was especially much more juicy. Nonetheless, delicious. To properly cleanse the palate for the next bite, kampai. We also go to try deep fried rice cake and Japanese yam, but let's start with this rice cake dipped in the communal sauce. Nice and fatty with that beautiful crunchy skin on the outside, and inside that amazing chewy texture. Great food. The last kushikatsu skewer to try is Japanese yam. Let's try how it tastes. Completely unexpected experience, as this yam is quite fresh, crisp and crunchy. Cheers. What an amazing start in Osaka, trying all these incredible, tasty, extraordinary foods in just a short time that we are here. But now we're gonna go for something sweet, as this is what I promised my son. Hello. We had to try the Japanese take on Neapolitan or Italian brioche and ice cream. Their melon bread stuffed with a chunk of chocolate ice cream. My son will be first to try it. Arigato. How does it taste?
Oh, it's good.
My son went with the first bite, and the bun is warm. It's quite crunchy, very light. Let's try.
The streets will be prohibited throughout Osaka City. A fine of 1,000 yen will be imposed for violations.
Very interesting tasting melon bread. It's not really like a bun, it's more like a biscuit. Very crunchy, very light, and then some very delicious ice cream in the middle. Great dessert, and quite different than the Italian brioche, because that's a soft bread. This one is something in between the bread bun and a biscuit. Very interesting and very delicious dessert. The only thing that I can say is that Osaka is good. Behind me is a place called Horumon Yakiniku Mansen, and this will be our dinner destination. This place needs to be booked in advance because it's quite busy, and it specializes in yakiniku, the traditional Japanese BBQ. What I also like about this place is this original seating outside. They have these cute tables that are exactly in the corner of the street. And these are the tables that we booked for this evening. We got our own grilling stove here. There's extractor above it. We also got some fresh cabbage with sauce as a starter, I suppose. The menu is here, and now we're gonna order some delicious beef cuts. We're gonna start with these juicy looking short ribs. They have perfect marbling, excellent color, and they really look tasty and juicy. We're gonna start grilling them right away. Short ribs are marinated in this garlic and parsley sauce, and I suppose this is going to be an excellent treat. But they just have this perfect red color with some of the marbling right there, and I think it's time to turn them again. Time to cut them into smaller pieces. All the juice is popping out from this meat, and the smell is incredible. This needs to be shuffled quickly, but then I have to be careful not to overdo it. Beautiful looking short rib pieces, and I think I managed to grill them properly as well. These were already salted, so I will not add anything to this bite. Absolutely delicious, has that strong smoky taste from the grill, and you don't really need to chew it that much. Nice, soft and juicy. I dipped it in this very spicy sauce, so let's see how it tastes now. I suppose I didn't dip it enough, the sauce wasn't spicy, but then again, that meat was just top level, smoky, juicy, delicious. Let's take a sip of this Sapporo beer and then go to the next round of grilling. Kanpai. Next thing to grill is harami, or skirt steak. Let's go. Again, meat has that beautiful marbling, not too much, but then very nice red color, nice and juicy chunks, and they're getting that nice brown caramelization on the outside, and it's getting a perfect color, and the smell is just amazing. Okay, all that fat from the inside is making these flames go up. Turn these bits around, and this is practically done. Juicy looking meat is in our plates now. Let's go. Very beautiful meat. It has very nice texture. It's meaty. It's not too soft, but it's again easy to chew. Very delicious. And let's try it with this broccoli now. As it was the case before, beautiful looking meat. There's mild marbling on it, but the color is really amazing. They look nice and fresh. There are some sesame seeds and scallions on top. Let's grill them. This is getting some nice sizzle on top, and the fact that it is salted already, you can eat it as it is. These ones, since they're very thin cuts, they should be ready quite quickly. Very thin slices and nice and glistening. Another beautiful cut of meat, and even though I overdone it a bit, it still has that juiciness. It's nice, salty, delicious and very tasty. These fatty short ribs, they don't need a sticker to tell you that this is Wagyu beef. So much marbling, so much fat in them, and once they hit that grill, the sizzling starts. I will do my best to grill them properly, no burning this time for sure. Since they're quite fatty, that fat ignites the flames, but I will move them on the side. There's so much of this perfect and beautiful fattiness on these chunks of meat. That fat caramelized so nicely. Let's go. That's that same taste that we experienced today at Dotonbori, that pure fattiness that bursts inside your mouth. Only this one has the smoky taste, very delicious, very soft, and something that you almost do not need to chew. Cheers. This was just a delicious extension of our already amazing start at Dotonbori Street. and we really enjoyed this dinner here. This was some very tasty premium beef, and also the great location here at the street corner, which we really enjoyed a lot as well. We definitely need to take some rest, and then tomorrow we will explore some more local Osaka foods. Kanpai! Good morning from Osaka. Behind me is Karahori Toast Cafe, and this will be our breakfast destination. We have to wait a little bit outside because the place is full at the moment, but once there's an empty table, we're gonna get inside. We got seated at Karahori Cafe, quite cozy little spot, and they're famous for their different varieties of French toast. Even this is not originally Japanese food, it has become kind of traditional Japanese food since the 1800s. And as with all international foods adopted into Japan, Japanese tend to take them to the next level. So this is the same case with the French toast. Here they're much thicker, they're made from Hokkaido style shokupan bread. We already made our orders and we ordered cheese fondue, and this is a trademark of this place. It's a French toast stuffed with cheese and butter, and we also ordered one pizza French toast. And as usual, we can't wait to try them. Arigato. This is some insanely looking French toast. Beautiful, very strong taste of butter. Then this cheese is completely melted, absolutely gooey. Then that crunchy skin on the outside. This is definitely a perfect French toast. Of course, I had to try that pizza French toast as well. Let's go. That pizza French toast was delicious as well. Very strong taste of that green pepper, then sweet corns, onion, then also that cheese, sausage and tomato sauce. Let's go with one more bite of this cheese fondue. Amazing start to this rainy morning in Osaka, but we are not done yet. For this evening, we have another very special place to visit. So, see you there. Behind me is a place called Teppan Okonomiyaki Mitsuki, and this is a traditional teppanyaki Japanese restaurant, and we came here to enjoy some okonomiyaki. Let's go. As I mentioned, this is a traditional teppanyaki restaurant, and what does that mean? It means they use this huge flat griddle for preparing all the food. And of course, the star of the show here is the okonomiyaki, the savory Japanese pancake with its origins right here from Osaka. Incredible way of preparing the food on this flat griddle on teppan, and it doesn't really require much of oil or fat, so that's why it's healthy as well. And we ordered okonomiyaki and also 2 egg rolls, one with and one without cheese. The deluxe okonomiyaki consists of udon noodles, green onions, egg, and of course cabbage. Once the order comes to these chefs, everything is prepared from scratch. Some fresh cabbage and egg mixture comes on the griddle first, and then once it gets that skin on the bottom, the chef covers it so it gets cooked evenly on all sides, and then how the process develops, other ingredients follow and top your okonomiyaki. Loose translation of okonomiyaki would be the way you like it. So it's grilled the way you like it, and you can put any kind of ingredients from the menu, of course, into it and enjoy it the way you like it. The smells are amazing, but this is also a great show to watch these 2 young people, how they create this delicious food. Both of our egg rolls are here, and one is classic one stuffed with udon noodles, some other ingredients, and then topped with this ketchup and mayo style sauce. And the second one we ordered is the same thing, but with a lot of cheese on top. They're both on our table, teppanyaki now, and they smell and look delicious. This absolutely gorgeous looking deluxe okonomiyaki is on our table as well. Let's start. Absolutely beautiful egg roll stuffed with udon noodles, then some shanks of beef, and then this beautiful egg and very, very stretchy cheese on the outside. Incredible taste and one of the best foods ever. Delicious egg, that beef inside so soft you really don't need to chew it. Then these beautiful udon noodles, and then of course there is some kind of savory but also a bit sweet sauce on top. Incredible. Let's go with the classic egg roll and let's compare it to the cheese one. Quite delicious as well, and here the taste of noodle is prevalent in comparing the one with the cheese because there is nothing to interfere, but again, very, very delicious. Incredible and hot, topped with these shavings of green onion, this raw egg, and then stuffed with some very thick udon noodles. Very simple looking at its core, but actually several different textures and flavors mixing here. Freshness of the cabbage and green onions, then this beautiful udon noodle, eggs, and that soy sauce make this dish incredible. Delicious and always hot thanks to that flat top griddle, and it's just incredible. Amazing. I don't have enough words to describe how good this food is. Even though it's hard to get surprised in Osaka how good the food is, actually we got surprised. This okonomiyaki was really amazing, incredible. Again, all the service, everything was top level. There are some young people working here, which are always with a smile, great service, and also amazing food. Kanpai. We came just on time to eat in this restaurant because now the queue is quite big. Anyway, this was extraordinary food at this place here, and that okonomiyaki as well as egg roll were out of this world. With this we also end our food tour of Osaka. This city is quite alive and energetic and full of these delicious foods on every corner. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next time, all the best. As I was saying, Osaka is good.